The Biden administration is citing national security risks.
Whenever China is outcompeting a certain branch in the US, it all of a sudden becomes a national security risk. This is your favorite half Chinese. It's going to be fun, so stick with it.
To open an investigation into whether Chinese technology in electric cars and other connected vehicles could be used to spy on Americans.
The United States of America is so obsessed with China spying. However, they're never being caught or anything, but everybody knows that the United States have been caught with spying for God knows how many times. They even spy on their own, what they call allies. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's
a step that could lead to new regulations on the Chinese technology in the next few months.
So that's what it is. You just need an excuse to ban other Chinese products. I see. Because you yourself, the United States, can't compete. And that is why you need to limit other countries. Just say it like that. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We already know.
Chinese-made cars are now up to maybe 9% in the European market, but are not yet a big factor in the U.S.
So that's what it's really about. You are afraid that they're coming into the United States and taking over the market. Just say so. Everybody knows. I can guarantee you that behind the scenes, they're already working on trying to ban BYD. What they will tell you later, they might have a back door. Oh, there's something there. Like they did with Huawei. Then they will ban it. Then they will sanction all the companies not to sell certain chips to BYD. BYD is a Chinese EV company for the people that don't know. Mark my words, that is what will happen. Mark my words.
Is there a national security risk, or could this be a potential favor for U.S. automakers in election year?
Yeah, I think I go for the latter.
Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo has warned that China could end up tracking millions of Americans through sensors in the cars that they drive and even remotely turn them on and off. The administration is calling this an unprecedented step to try to safeguard Americans' data.
No, she's not. No, she's not. In my humble opinion, she's trying to BS the American citizens.
Joining us now is the Commerce Secretary, Gina Raimondo. Madam Secretary, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So you're opening an investigation. What do you see as the potential security risk?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, cars these days are, it's like an iPhone on wheels. You get in your car, you connect your phone, you might receive a text message from your family, from your doctor. The car knows your location. It knows your patterns, everywhere you're going, your routes. It's a huge amount of information, collects some biometric information. And imagine a world in which there are, for example, millions of cars, Chinese cars on U.S. roads, collecting this data every minute of every day on millions of Americans and sending that back to Beijing.
Imagine you're driving your Tesla using your iPhone and they send all that data back to the United States of America, the most aggressive country in the world since 1950. Imagine that. Who should be scared? But China has a response on this.
That's a scary place to be. By the way, not to mention the fact that your car can't run if the software is disabled. So imagine a world where with the flip of a switch, all of those cars could be disabled.
That is literally what the United States did to China. Do you guys know that? It's called the Yinhe incident. Occurred in 1993 after the United States government received intelligence that the China-based container ship Yinhe Milky Way was carrying chemical weapon materials to Iran. The United States Navy forced the surrounding Middle Eastern countries to refuse docking rights to the Yinhe, leaving it in the international waters of the Indian Ocean for 24 days. Additionally, the Chinese claimed that the GPS of the ship was jammed, such that the ship couldn't navigate. Exactly what the United States did to China. Not the other way around, but they are afraid that somebody else might be able to do that. Not that anybody else would do that, because it's only one party of those two that is as psychopathic that actually is doing these kind of things.
So the threats are potentially very significant, and we want to protect the American people.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
So this is Mao Ning, who literally will destroy all that what Miss Raimondo said. Let's roll it.
有关的言论不仅是虚假叙事，也是把经贸问题泛政治化、泛安全化的典型表现。按这个逻辑，中国是不是更应该担心华盛顿能让中国用户的上亿部苹果手机把信息输送回美国，甚至同时黑屏？
Yes, and that did sound kind of like a warning, right? But she's right. Who should be afraid of who? I mean, it's the United States being extremely aggressive to China, not the other way around. But yeah, anyways, it is as ridiculous as how it comes, right? If you care so much about US citizens as you should, maybe use less money for your endless wars where you send your American kids to die while you let their parents pay to fund those wars so they later can pay for their funeral of their kids. Maybe use that money that you save for not going to war and use it for building good and safe infrastructure instead. That is what you would do if you care about US citizens, as you should. It is so ridiculous. I don't want to come off as disrespectful to a government official, but I'm just lost for words. Let's just simple analyze it. So she's afraid of China receiving data, but China can buy any data they want from American companies. Now, she could also demand that all the data should be stored in the United States of America, just like TikTok does voluntarily. So China cannot even touch it. So it's not a problem. We just established that. It's just very simple to solve. Now, point 2, that is the most ridiculous one. Afraid they can shut off the cars. Yes, great job. That's really what they want to do. I mean, why on earth would they want to do that? If they do that once, they can never ever sell another car ever again because the entire world would be scared. So yes, it is so foolish. And why would China do that? It's so insane to even go on national television as an official and then come up with this. If I was an American, I would be highly offended because she takes me as a fool. Let me know what you all think of this in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. We are not uncivilized lying barbarians unlike some others. Fun fact, when they jammed the GPS of the Chinese ship, China started to build their own GPS, which they have now. Great job. Anyways, that was it. Your favorite half Chinese. Have a great day.